plutonium production at Hanford. It took until the year 2004 when we ran the statewide ballot initiative trying to stop Hanford from being a national radioactive waste dump before the federal government finally ended dumping radioactive waste in unlined ditches. I know this sounds incredible to people, but there are 40 miles of unlined trenches at Hanford, if you stretch them end to end, into which our federal government, your government, was dumping radioactive waste from nuclear weapons production and its own reactors until the year 2004 when we put those pictures on air and in our campaign literature for Initiative 297. It's been against the law for decades for a municipal government to dump in municipal garbage in unlined landfills, but our federal government thinks it's okay for radioactive waste, even though it seeps right out of those trenches and starts moving to the Columbia River.
That's related to an important meeting that's coming up on tomorrow, Monday, at
at Seattle Center's Northwest Rooms at 7 p.m. is the hearing on the Energy Department's plan to use Hanford as a national radioactive waste dump. They're talking about bringing in and burying 3 million cubic feet of radioactive waste, mostly from nuclear weapons production. And their own analysis in the impact statement, which they were forced to redo, and that's the topic of the hearing, their own analysis shows that these landfills will leak, they will contaminate the Columbia River. The contamination levels projected just from the waste they want to bring in will increase the contamination in the groundwater flowing to the river to 100 times our state's cancer risk cleanup standard. The Energy Department also has a plan not to clean up the high-level nuclear waste tank leaks at Hanford, and we're talking about some of the most deadly waste ever created on the planet that's sitting in tanks at Hanford, 53 million gallons. Over 1 million gallons of that deadly high-level nuclear waste has leaked from tanks, and it's spreading rapidly through the soil to the groundwater, and it will move to the Columbia River. So instead of cleaning it up, our federal government says we'll just put dirt caps over this vast area of contamination. Their own analysis shows that will contaminate the river. Their impact statement, for instance, says that 1,000 years from now, under what I call their cover-up plan instead of cleanup, their cover-up plan would result in plutonium-239 levels flowing into the Columbia River at 300 times the drinking water standard. And the drinking water standard, Mike, is set at a level at which one adult for every 10,000 who drink the water, die of cancer. So we can all do the math. 300 times means 300 out of 10,000, 30 out of 1,000, 3% of the adults. Our children are 3 to 10 times more susceptible to get cancer and die of cancer than an adult is. This is truly genocidal, what our federal government